Hey folks, I am Dave, the not so evil Viking 13, back here with the American Republic, an Empire Total War roleplay Let's Play series. In the last few episodes, we've been fighting back an invasion from Spain in the continental USA. We're about to finish off the invaders, and the British are actually helping us. There just a second ago, a British army marched right up to our borders in the north in Canada and took out the remains of one of those Spanish invading armies. I think it was just the general that was left, but every bit of help is appreciated. It also looks like the Dutch, who we are also at war with, just invaded mainland France, who desperately wants their military alliance back. At this point though, they broke their alliance, and I think we're going to have some war in the continental US between the US and France. I think we're going to take the Louisiana territory by force. So we're going to deny their alliance. And the Iroquois are attacking with quite a large force. This is the Canuck territory around the modern-day Kentucky region. We really don't have a lot of choices here. Our reinforcements are just on the other side of this mountain range. They're not within range to help, unfortunately. This is, I believe, the third battle we've had over the Canuck territory since we took the undefended territory from Spain once they invaded our country. It was just a small little screw you after that invasion. But the problem is that the Iroquois were right next door, and we've been kind of passing it back and forth ever since. We're definitely going to just hold the line here. They have a lot of great melee infantry. We don't want to have to engage those on their terms. We're going to get them to come in after us. Hide the general here in the back with this very battered unit of cavalry. Light cavalry right there. Very high ranked, but very injured. They're going to stay back here and help guard our general. Hide them in the woods there. And we'll put our only cavalry on the left flank. Right there. Here we go. Glad we deployed over here. That's a lot of mounted cavalry right there. Mounted tribal gunners. Speak, cannon, speak. There we go. No actual kills though, just minor hits. 2 hits on the front unit right there. Everyone just hold the line. Spread these guys out just a bit. There's going to be a bunch of hidden units out here as well that we can't see. I'm going to send my cavalry right after their cannon, just so that we can control all of the artillery. Yeah, we just took a bunch of losses right there. Get these line infantry in a square formation to help guard the corners. This gets our commanding officer right there in the center, and our rifles and muskets facing in all directions to protect against any kind of flanking. Excellent cannon hits there. 6 horses dead, and then some musket fire. Alright, they do have units advancing. We can't get to their cannon right now. Let's fall back. As quickly as possible. These lancers are going to try and catch us in the back. Let's spin around and meet them. Come on guys, spin around. And we hit our own cavalry there. Let's get this line infantry over here, square formation. Get these cannons doing canister shot against the Iroquois infantry. Alright, forget the square formation. Oh wow, they're going right for the center. Let's get that canister shot pouring in there. And here comes the charge with medicine men up front. Native American warriors coming up there as well. Our cannons are overwhelmed. Our lines are being hit from all sides. This might not end well for us, actually. They have a lot of elite hand-to-hand infantry hitting our center lines. We lost our cannons quite quickly, too. Our cavalry is just going head to head here. 32 of ours versus the remaining 23 of theirs. We're just barely winning that. Their musketmen are flanking. Let's have our general fall back. This poor unit of cavalry is just going to have to go in and do what they can. Our lines are getting hit from all sides here. And their cavalry has finally broken, going right for their cannon as quickly as possible. Let's have our general fall back in this direction. We'll have to make our last stand right here on the hill. Our militia and line infantry have tried their best. Our cavalry is broken as well. The warriors were just too much. Let's get ready to get hit on this side. But we are going to hit their cannons, thankfully. Line infantry just finally breaking with the militia here in the center. They just have far too many good melee troops for us to fight. Alright, General, get out of there. Come on. Up the hill. We're going to charge those musketmen. And thankfully, those cannons are down at least. Let's have that cavalry try and help over here. Might as well wade our general into this. This is not going to end well for us either way. Here comes our last general's charge into the backs of the flanking Iroquois. Elite medicine men right there. As their archers open up as well. Severe losses for our general immediately, who is now completely surrounded, trying to make that last charge. That charge is helping a bit though. Let's have our general charge their chief's bodyguard. Actually, no, let's focus on these medicine men. We've got to take those guys out. What a melee down here. Tomahawks, swords, and muskets. And more archers opening up from down the hill here. Do we have any shot left? We're losing men quickly. We actually are managing to break their medicine men and their other elite troops. Let's have our general go after these bowmen next. Arrows just flying into these line infantry, and they are broken. Our general is chasing down these bowmen over here. Let's have him... Well, he can't actually retreat. No withdrawal available. Can we get set up for one last shot? Our general has finally fallen. General John Sullivan dies in a heroic last stand with the Iroquois. As the last of his troops break. After just an absolute slugfest here. Not really a massacre for either side. Yeah, close defeat. No one really won that. Final results. Despite being out-deployed by almost 1,000 troops, we almost matched them in kills. We lost our entire army here, but we killed 2,000 of theirs and bloodied the entire army. What little forces the Iroquois are going to have left are going to be barely alive. But for now, they have taken the Canuck territory. It looks like Spain is at war with about half of the entire globe right now. Blockading some country in Eastern Europe here. Not sure which one.
Oh, there are naturally occurring resources in this region.
Army destroyed. General John Sullivan. Let's make sure that we get our revenge quickly here. They have one unit of bowmen just hanging out. We'll come for him later with perhaps, let's see, we'll recruit a regiment of horse down here in Georgia. Denmark has been destroyed. That means that the territory up here, yes, Michigan territory is now belonging to the Iroquois rebels. That will make it easier for us to take it because we won't actually have to declare war on Denmark, but we don't want the Iroquois gaining more territory. They're down to just this one main Algonquin territory. I want to wipe them out. Bavaria, a new nation arises. Over in Munich, the capital city there. Alright, first order of business. Retake the Canuck territory. Our main army actually from the south here, with US Marines, Marians, Rangers, Line Infantry. Quite a great selection of troops here. And General Nathaniel Greene with a ton of experience.
Battalions ready.
Here we are with a wintertime battle, the fourth battle for the Canuck territory. One cannon here on the left flank. Second cannon. There's no real great high ground here, so we'll just put him right over here. Some Marines, Minutemen, Light Infantry, and Line Infantry. Line Infantry to fill the gap right there. The 1st Delaware Regiment of Foot. A unique unit right there. Do we have any others? Ah, the Philadelphia Light Cavalry. Let's put you guys on the right flank. Ah, and Marian's Rangers. Put you guys right here. With Line Infantry on your left. Then Marines and Grenadiers and Line Infantry. Pack you all in closely to get ready for that hand-to-hand combat. Finally, on the far right, Continental Marines and Light Infantry. Let's put the actual Light Infantry with their long-range rifles right there, and Marines on the end. Philadelphia Light Horse over there. Ah, Sheldon's Light Dragoons. Yet another unique unit right there. regiment of horse on the left. And because the Iroquois are so aggressive, our general is going to stay very far in the back. Cannons deployed, cannons deployed. Begin. All cannons fired on their mounted general. Bouncing shells, but no hits. Some close calls, though. Let's actually advance this line up. Everybody shift lines this way. That should give us some decent sight lines. Nothing too amazing. There's a lot of hidden Iroquois units out there somewhere. Going to hold my cavalry in reserve. Send them a bit over here just to keep their attention until we get all of these lines moved up. And we have a cavalry charge on the right flank. Square formation. Charge. Mounted tribal gunners taking return fire from Sheldon's dragoons. And the Philadelphia light cavalry gets to them first. Let's have Sheldon's dragoons move in with their swords. Take the Iroquois as quickly as possible here. We'll maintain that square formation on the end just in case. Our first cannons are back into place. There's some Iroquois just down this ice shelf right here. Our cannons are going to focus on the chief's bodyguard. And very quickly here, these two elite cavalry units have totally broken and almost wiped out the mounted tribal gunners right there. Only 5 of them left. So let's have you guys reform up here. Get our Marines back in line. And here come the Iroquois. Their army is already quite injured, and they're facing a very powerful, very elite army. Probably the best the USA has right now. Our absolute best troops and all of our unique units almost. Cannon fire out on their general. Close, but still no hits. I'm going to play this pretty conservatively. I think they still have a single cannon out here somewhere. let's scout the flanks a bit more. There's some guys back here. I'm going to want to shift my lines up a bit. The might of the continental U.S. Army right here. I think that was, yes, that was a cannon shot. There's their only cannon right there. Their only surviving crew member. We should have run them down. Marion's Rangers firing with their long rifles all the way downhill at these medicine men and other elite infantry, making a desperate charge uphill into just lines of musket fire. They're not going to make that at all. Man. Now this will be a massacre, it looks like. First Delaware taking some losses from these bowmen. But 3 rows of muskets right there, very accurately aimed downhill as our cavalry comes up from the left to finish them off. And here we go. There is the advance. Let's get that canister shot going. And with that, those bowmen are broken, and their left flank is wide open. Where did that general go? Oh, hello. Bowmen up here, taking out a few of the first, the Philadelphia light cavalry. We're going to go right for their general. We are taking minor losses right here, but they're going to be in serious trouble. Sheldon's light dragoons are engaging the enemy's general unit. 37 horses left in the chief's bodyguard versus our 90. With the Philadelphia light cavalry right here ready to assist. Our Marines are taking quite a few losses. but are holding very steady in the center here. We have killed their chief, Wahunsakak. I think I'm pronouncing that right. And more cannon shot, or canister shot actually. That 12-pounder giant buckshot basically peppering their lines. They do still have their cannon active. Let's take him out immediately. I am going to put a hole in my lines to move up and secure the village. All cannons hold fire as our cavalry and our general move in to mop up. And there is their last cannon in the tree line. Their last unit, I believe. Desperately firing. And they take out a horse at the very last second. The last kill from the Iroquois at point blank range, too. Ah, that was brutal. Pretty outstanding last stand, though, for that cannon. They got that shot off just in time. As the line infantry, marines, and light infantry move in to secure the village. I'm just going to mop up the last of these bowmen and other troops here. We're going to call this one a definite, overwhelming victory. That leaves the Iroquois with actually just one territory left and only a half-stack army on that territory. We only lost 370 men compared to the Iroquois' losses of their entire army of 1,400. As far as kills go, let's see. Minutemen ranked up with 53 kills. Marion's Rangers 96 with those very accurate rifles. Line Infantry ranked up with 98. Philadelphia Light Cavalry with 108. Artillery only got 22 kills there, and 42 for the 2nd Artillery. Colonial Light Infantry ranking up there with 105 kills. And Sheldon's Light Dragoons with 182 kills, including their War Chief. Pretty crushing victory, and we'll put up a new magistrate to govern over this territory, which we have now taken, I think, 2 or 3 times. But at last, the entire territory all over here is clear of... Wait. Almost clear of all Iroquois forces. We do have one last bowman over here. And none of our horsemen can actually reach him. We are recruiting that regiment of horse down here in Georgia. We'll just send them after them shortly. Nathaniel Green, steady under fire, +1 morale in battles. Let's clear off these notifications. Now, I'm not going to replenish this army just yet because I actually want to replenish our army up here in the Iroquois territory. It's going to cost 3,000 gold, so we only have enough money for replenishment for half of the army, but this will be the army that actually takes out the last Iroquois territory, held by just bowmen, 1 medicine men unit, some lancers, and tribal gunners. So once we get them healed up, they're going to go in and finish off the Iroquois. It's going to take a long time to get this nation repaired, but I think we're going to definitely survive this. And what is France doing? They have an army on a navy right off of the coast of Florida. A full stack army. They better not declare war. I swear I will run them into the ground here in North America. I mean, how many European countries can turn on the USA in the span of like 5 years here? This is ridiculous. So let's definitely keep an eye on this French army. It might actually be packing up here from lower Louisiana and heading out somewhere, but it's off of our coast. I'm not sure if that's just the AI waiting for something or if they're considering an invasion. Who are they at war with right now? They are at war with Austria, the Iroquois, the Dutch, Great Britain, Savoy, and the Barbary States. So maybe, hopefully, those troops are heading out somewhere in that direction. We also have the option for more trade agreements. I'm not sure which port we saved, possibly that one at New York. Let's see if the UK wants to trade. And they do. That will get us an estimated how much? Oh, their trade port is blocked. Well, we get nothing. How about the Martha Confederacy? These guys are super rich. There we go. Now we're trading with them. Maybe Russia as well. They're friendly. Request trade agreement. Bingo. And that does it for our trade. All of their ports are blocked though, so that won't get us a whole lot. Except for France, that 1400. Well. Oh well. Now the next question is this very battered army here in Maryland. Can our troops here actually take it? Perhaps if we switch our armies up and get our best troops into this army, we can actually stack our odds in our favor.
Waiting for your orders.
Okay. Let's get our general.
Anything more?
Our best cannon. A third cannon.
Forward! March!
Don't need any cavalry. We just need some good hardline infantry. So we'll do some US Marines.
And forward!
This full unit, full regiment of line infantry.
We can't do that, sir.
There we go.
March!
And that basically fills it up. Let's leave these Minutemen behind and get just line infantry.
Citizens, ready and waiting for orders.
Do we have a howitzer?
Waiting orders.
Yeah, we do. Okay. So more line infantry, and that should top things off. Let's add the 1st Pennsylvania Rifles to the mix.
Forward! For crown and country.
So this army is a bit battered, but not too bad. Wait, militia.
Men
Leave them
orders.
behind as well.
Forward.
Send in some more line infantry. There we go.
Ready for action.
Do some assassination attempts here with their general. 36% chance. Let's go for it. Yes, we were actually able to kill their general.
Your orders.
That leaves the last Spanish army defending their taken territories here in the continental US with no commanding officer.
At the ready.
Thanks to some very underhanded work by our rake here. And Philadelphia is actually in range to reinforce as we go to liberate Maryland. Kind of an awkward battlefield here in Maryland. We're on a weird hillside here. Let's get all of our cannons arrayed. in a battery like this, right there at the fence line. They should have enough reach to get pretty far, I think. And just in case, we'll put our howitzers up here, because all of our cannons right here are going to be firing over the heads of our troops. That leaves us with a pretty simple scenario for troop setups: the gigantic line. Let's mix up some of these rangers though. Excellent. Let's get our general back here on the hillside, watching over our cannons. We have provincial cavalry and regiment of horse. You guys will be uphill. And the 9th regiment of horse will be way downhill. It's a pretty impressive artillery battery right there. Let's see how she does. All cannons. Engage their cannons. Wow, cannonballs spinning everywhere. Actually taking out a unit of line infantry back there. They've got a decent amount of forces. This army was not as battered as they looked. It's a lot of militia mainly, but line infantry to back them up. Cannons are injuring our line infantry here with a loss of 20 men. That is one problem that I have with Empire, is that the AI's randomized artillery is not very random. They always get much better hits than you do. There goes the artillery once again. All 9 cannons firing. Close hits, but nothing concrete. Except, once again, on the poor line infantry behind them. They're going to return fire. That's actually because of the shot they're using. They're using that crazy mixed shot, where it's basically a canister shot contained within a round ball with a fuse lit. That cannon needs to go. Cavalry closing in from both sides right there. We are going to take some losses. But there goes their cannon. Alright guys, fall back. Those cannons up there do have pretty great range. Man, no hits again. Our Rangers are opening up on their first line of colonial militia, trying to advance. It's a pretty far range there, and over a small hill. No one's hitting much of anything right now. Now they're taking hits. And there's an excellent artillery ball shot right there, taking out 5 Spanish men. And 10 men right here. Awesome. Cavalry get flanking. An excellent artillery hit, it looks like. As their 21st Regiment of Militia almost breaks right there. And so begins the slugfest. Going to hit their right flank right here, their left flank, my right flank. Take out these militia and get my guys moved up quickly. Here comes some explosive howitzer shells, falling a bit short of the Spanish lines. And a second flank right here, right out of the city. And now we're going to pull them back quickly and disengage. Hit and run. They're going to pursue, actually. pretty point blank right there. Devastating hits. Excellent. Let's keep pushing up. Time for the cannons to come with us. Few of their units of militia are trying to regroup, but they're basically very outnumbered. Let's just redeploy those cannons. Leave them back there. Oh, surprise! Spanish firelock armed citizenry behind a wall right here, trying to ambush our regiment of horse. Grenadiers, move in. And line infantry move in. Cavalry disengage. And with that, the last Spanish army, after that surprise attack from the south, is defeated. That leaves only occupied Virginia left to liberate. They deployed 3,100 defensive troops. We deployed almost 5,000. We only lost about 410. They lost their entire army. Regiment of Horse with 290 for their kills, 260 for the provincial cavalry. 12-pounder foot artillery, 73. Not bad. Not bad at all. Regiment of Horse, 389. And Maryland is liberated. I wonder if we could actually get... Let's see. We get all of our cavalry together. We still can't quite reach it, so we're just going to march towards Virginia. It'll have to remain in Spanish power for just a few more months. I am going to not sue for peace. The Spanish have a lot of territory here in North America. I might not keep it all for myself, but they're definitely going to lose at least Texas and New Mexico. So here we are in the winter of 1799 with American flags flying over almost all of our states once again. It looks like we're going to definitely survive the invasion, But as you guys can see from the smoke and the fire, basically all of the buildings in the occupied territories are just wiped out, crumbling. Cities are just destroyed from this this conflict here in our homeland. We definitely have a long road of repairs ahead of us. We've got to get our income going back up to finance all of these repairs and all this rebuilding. And then, of course, to get our Navy going. Speaking of our Navy, let's get him off the coast once again.
Ship's orders.
Do we have our technology still going? We do. New model bayonet drill is almost complete. But for now, that's going to be it for this episode. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you all enjoyed this little defense of the USA. And we'll have to see where things go in the future. I will see you guys next time.